Maybe just some background as to Confucius Institute and the UJ Confucius Institute. The Chinese Department of Education 10 years ago decided that they wanted to promote Chinese culture, they wanted to promote Chinese language. And what they then did is they set up a program which they call Confucius Institute. And they're setting up Confucius Institutes across the world. There are about 500 at the moment. And these Confucius Institutes are located primarily at universities, international universities, and then there's a link with a Chinese university. So there's collaboration between those. The Confucius Institute headquarters in Beijing send the co-directors, the Chinese co-directors, as well as the teachers, then to help set up and teach Mandarin. And we're teaching Mandarin at UJ for UJ students, UJ staff members, and we will also be offering it to the public. We have set up a Mandarin class at the UJ Metropolitan Academy already, and now that they've announced that Mandarin will become a subject, a school subject, we will be in the near future also collaborating with the schools in the vicinity of UJ to see how we can assist with the Mandarin teaching around that. So that's basically the background of what the UJ Confucius Institute does. This is also, 2015 is the year of China and South Africa friendship year. Last year was the year of South Africa and China friendship year. Now the whole idea around the friendship here is the following. The little bit that I've got to know about Chinese culture is that relationships are very important. And it dates back to Confucius, who said that one of the primary things that one needs to look at in society is living in harmony. And to live in harmony, you need to extend friendship and so on. So given the fact that we have now set up BRICS, as we know, we have now part of the BRICS system, China promotes the relationship between the two countries. So last year they invited South Africa to go and present artwork. There were a number of cultural events, a number of academic symposia that we did in China. And this year we have invited China to come to South Africa, and we are organizing a number of cultural events, academic symposia, and so on, to celebrate this friendship between the two countries. It is then coincidence that we also had the opportunity then to exhibit the painting entitled Mandela. It was done by Li Bin. He graciously agreed to come and exhibit his painting here. This is in collaboration with a number of other Chinese companies and societies as well. One of the main contributors towards this painting is the Zendai Corporation. Now, a bit of background to the Zendai Corporation. We know the Modderfontein development that's taking place. Zendai Corporation is responsible for the development of Modderfontein, and they have sponsored the artist during the painting, setting up the painting, and also then for the transport and so on of the painting here. So it's in collaboration with a number of Chinese companies as well. On the 8th of May, we will also be having an academic symposium around how democracy and human rights is reflected in art. And we've got a number of national, local, and international academics that will be taking part in that symposium. So that in brief is what the exhibition is about. Anything else? It also happens to be UJ's, what is our United It's
turning 10 this year.
10 years old this year, yeah. So it's also part of the UJ's 10 years celebration and South Africa's 21st celebration. So it is happy birthday to UJ and to South Africa this year. Yeah.
I don't know if anyone would like to ask any questions.
Sorry, did you say it was coincidental that the painting was, so this was already underway?
The year was already planned. The China-South Africa year is an official year between the Chinese and South African government. So it was really coincidental that we had the opportunity to invite the artists to come and exhibit his work. Yeah.
And so I was interested in just learning about how long that collaboration had been underway with the institute in particular.
The collaboration between
UJ and the Confucius Institute.
Confucius Institute. We're very young. UJ signed the agreement with the Confucius Institute headquarters last year, July. And my Chinese co-director, when did you arrive? 29 September. So we've been busy from around about the 1st of October, setting up the institute. As part of the institute, what we're planning on doing is there will be a number of summer and winter camps where we will be taking South African students to China. We will also be inviting Chinese students to come here. There's also an exchange program with academics that is taking place. And we are hoping to also take a delegation of school principals to Beijing pretty soon, given this whole announcement of Mandarin in schools.
I don't know if Lee would like to say something. I know we don't all speak Mandarin. I don't. I only know how to say ni hao, and that's fine. If you can say something.
Maybe say something about your painting?
Yeah.
Background to the painting?
Yeah, I can say it, but my English is not good, so I should speak slowly. When I lived in New York, 1990, I watched TV. I know, the black man or great man is Mandela. After that time, I really interesting to him, 3 years ago, some people they are working. The Chinese businessmen they work here. They suggested me. They said, "Hey, Mr. Lee, you can, because you always draw the history, the painting. You can draw Mandela." I think it's a good idea. So 3 years ago, I followed my friends came to here. That time Mandela was sick.
Very ill.
Yeah, very sad. Mandela's son, grandson, Mandela, he wanted to let me and my friends to visiting Mandela, but the doctor didn't agree with it. That time I collected a lot of materials about Mandela. From that time to now, I used 2 years. I used 2 years with my assistants together, created this big painting. 38 long, 38 meter long, high is 3.8 meter. Because I think I am an idealist. Before I was a member of the Communist Party, China. Yeah, after I went to the United States, of course, I changed. I always think about the lefts and the rights. I think, Mandela is my idol. He can do something, let all people in the world recognize him or identify him. So in this painting, I call the painting is a documentary portrait about one person. But this is the biggest in my experience. Because I am an artist, I'm an oil painter. I did a lot of portraits for the clients, but this painting is biggest portrait. I call it a documentary portrait. So my English is very poor, but I had to research your country's history. So I take the dictionary, find some material, some information from the books. You can see this painting. I separated to 3 parts. The first part is I call it Prisoner Mandela. Second is President Mandela. Third is Peacemaker Mandela. And your country is a rainbow, is it? So I designed this whole painting like the rainbow. there are 3 green gems on it. From first green gem is dark green. It's Northern Ireland. Second gem is your country's map. Third gem is the green planet, Earth. So I satisfy this idea for this painting. Then how describe Mandela's face is very important to me, because Mandela as a prisoner, I couldn't find enough. It's a perfect photo. So I changed one photo. One photo, maybe you remember. He just talked to Soros, but he lowered his head. I had to upper his head. I used around two months just to describe his face. Second face is very easy. I found it, but the body is different to the head. You know, so I perform as Mandela. I wear the shoes because my body is little fat than Mandela. But I did it because I researched his 怎么讲，就是他的这个行为，他的动作的
behavior.
Anyway, I did a lot of works for his pose, for the pose. Third pose is very easy. He sitting there with a lot of children, laughing, dancing. It's very easy. But for his face also is very difficult. I found a lot of photos of his. Then combined a lot of photos make one face. The old man Mandela. Another thing, in the middle, President Mandela, I describe his figure is just he became president of your country. Follow him a lot of heroes. These heroes, I found it from his book. He said when he 投票的时候
Vote.
when he vote 投票就放的 when he
put the vote in the
about the
ballot.
vote, he remembered a lot of comrades, a lot of heroes. Blah, 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 blah. Then I followed his name list. I dig the book, found a lot of just face, you know. Then ask my students, 让他们表演，就是穿上那个衣服。
Just ask the students to dress the clothes like the pictures in the photos.
Yeah. Really, the 2 years we 5 assistants with me. We really good worked 2 years. First show outside, show the public in 2012. November. December, the Mandela passed away.
2013,
December. 郑大是戴子康 Mr. Dai, he brought the CJ 就是那个总领事
Consul General.
Consul General in Shanghai.
South Africa's Consul General in
CJ
Shanghai.
brought him to my studio. He said, "Oh, great." Well, I said, "No, unfinished. Doesn't matter. Just now, we need your painting." So unfinished painting show in Shanghai. The date is December 10th. Last year, 2013. 2014.
Last year.
Yeah, last year. Last year, July 18th, my first show in Shanghai. 戴志康正大 Group's Himalaya Museum show there. The first station. The second station is last year, December 5th, Mandela passed away day. This time is third station in Mandela's hometown. Yeah.
Sorry, where was the second station?
Second station in
Beijing.
Beijing.
Beijing. So
Yeah.
the first one was Shanghai. Right?
First Shanghai, Beijing,
Beijing.
Johannesburg.
In
Then-
Beijing also to celebrate the South African Year in China.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
In China, the two stations 都是就是他们总领馆跟大使馆主持的，是不是？
Yeah, okay. In China, both in Shanghai and Beijing, it is supported by your embassy and the Consul General in China
Yeah.
of South Africa. Yeah,
也是作为南非中国年的一个活动。
yeah.
This shoe, this world tour, not just my thing, you know. I just painted it, but a lot of Chinese, they love Mandela. They support this painting's shoe tour of the world. So I think it's very, very important to the two countries. So after this show, we will show it in New York, United Nations. The date is July 18th, the Mandela Day. Then we decided to show in Sweden, because the Nobel Peace Award the place. Maybe then we go to England, maybe Germany, then Taiwan, Hong Kong, and yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah. Anyway, a lot of Chinese work together for this painting, for this shoe, for the exhibition. Yeah. Excuse me, my English too poor.
Wasn't bad at all. Any more questions from the room so that we can go and have a look? Now that we have, a bit of background on the painting, I think we will enjoy the artwork much more.
There are a lot of, I'm sorry, there are a lot of story in this painting, you know. Not just put some photo, make together. Not this easy. Because I researched the history of your country, about the Cold War, about the wood, about communist, 怎么讲？共产主义运动啊。
Communist campaign.
Communist campaign. I researched it. So I think I put my thought inside, not just describe Mandela one person. Yeah, about our 我们的命运是
Our fate.
our fate. Yeah.
I'm interested
So
in just your own personal evolution as you undertook the painting, of your understanding of Mandela and your appreciation of what he did and who he was. How did that change from the time he started to the time he finished?
你这场我听不清，完全听。I didn't know
So he just want to express when he prepared the painting.
Yeah, what happened inside you? How did it change your thoughts, your feelings from the minute that you started the project to
就
today?
在整个这个画的过程当中，你内心的这个观念怎么改变的对曼德拉的这个看法，做起自己研究，对。
Before, because I was a member of Chinese Communist Party. Why Communist Party 怎么讲这个很敏感的事，知道吗？I can read my article because 发言的这个，我就去说一下啊。
This is the artist prepared for
Yeah.
the speech.
Yeah, I'm
Why
sorry.
did she-
Yeah, I grew up in socialist China and thought of myself as an idealist. But revolutionary radicalism also made all of the mankind pay a heavy price.
Revolutionary radicalism.
Mandela is truly a model for all of mankind. His self-cultivation truly moved us. He replaced radicalism with rationality. He used negotiation and compromise to dissolve hatred. Mandela connected the left and the right so that people of all political spectrums could identify with him. Mandela's spirit brought a new world to South Africa. Mandela's spirit also moved all of mankind. This is why I painted Mandela. This is why my friends supported the exhibition of the painting all over the world. We want to promote and spread Mandela's message of rationality and peace. The world is not at peace, and radicalism continues to threaten the globe. With Mandela's success, we will surely welcome a better tomorrow. This is my thinking.
Can I just share something else? Lieben and I are more or less the same age. And yesterday we shared a lot of our own experiences of how we had lived through very dark stages in our own countries, in our respective countries. Him with the Cultural Revolution, and I'm allowed to say he was part of the Red Guard.
I was Red Guard,
and me having had to go through national service and all of that, and how when we look at the painting and how we can reflect on how we ourselves were indoctrinated at that stage, and how with Mandela coming, how it's changed our own thinking, also about our own history and our part that we played in that history. Lieben yesterday mentioned to me he's now subtracting 10 years from his life. He's not 57, he's 47, because he says Cultural Revolution took 10 years out of his life, and he is claiming that back.
He wanted to take it back.
He wants to take it back. And I think that is, when you look at the painting and when you show you the painting, I showed him the stages that I lived through in the painting. So it's in that way, I think the painting challenges you to reflect on yourself and the role that you played in history.
Anyway, I painted Mandela not for Mandela, for us, for me, for everybody of the world.
Can I ask one question? I'd just like to know a bit about your artistic work before this painting, because you said you deal a lot with history. Is that right? And you obviously do a lot of portraiture.
And this before that, because I'm an artist, I just throw the portrait for make money, you know. Then I create a lot of paintings about history.
All history, or specifically
and also,
Chinese?
especially for Chinese.
Okay.
As you know, Chinese sort of is a hard time, you know, including the Cultural Revolution. Very interesting. I was born in Shanghai, 1949. The revolution is beginning, not the beginning. It is Mao Zedong, the Communist Party, took over the China. I always said, we are very happy. We follow a big hero. It's a giant hero. We should be proud of the Communist Party in China. But after I researched Mandela's, I think, Mandela did it more good, more peaceful. Because, for example, Hillary Clinton is his best friend, but Castro is his friend too. Only him can do it, can handle it, I think. So I like it.
Can you maybe give examples of other paintings that you've done, historical paintings?
I think before 20 years ago, I did a big painting for Sun Yat-sen, the China, the Republic of China's founder.
The founder of the People's Republic of China.
Taiwan, Taiwan. Very interesting. 20 years ago, when I draw Sun Yat-sen, just in Taiwan, that time I thought, oh, if this painting can show in mainland China, it's very good. But I think, oh, impossible. But after just a few 6 years, really, I copied it, showed in mainland China. Why I tell the story to you? I just want to explain it. China has big change. If during Cultural Revolution couldn't be shown in Shanghai or in Nanjing, you're from China, in Nanjing, because this is very sensitive painting about 国民党就是江该世是 politics the story. So yeah. Also, I draw the Madam Jiang Kai-shi. Also, the Chinese person, they asked me to do it, then send it to Madam Jiang Kai-shi. Yeah. I did a lot of rich women, rich men, and famous people. But Mandela is just 不算是我的 commission 的这样的一种，不是 commission 的，不属于 commission， 就是我自己愿意画它的，就是这样。
The artist just he himself wanted to paint it. It is not asked by anyone else. Yeah.
Did you have the support of the Nelson Mandela Foundation, or you didn't look for the support of the Nelson Mandela Foundation?
No, I didn't. 没去找他们。I didn't find them. Yeah. No. Yeah.
So this painting comes at a time in this country when waves of violence and attacks are happening against people from other countries, including people from China. And I was wondering about what your opinion on that is, and what your belief of how this gesture might fit into that situation now that it's being unveiled today.
我解释一下为什么。
Okay. At the moment, in South Africa,
Yeah.
we have lots of violence.
Oh, yeah,
Violence
violence.
against other people and so on. It is now you're unveiling this painting. How do you think this painting fits into what is happening in South Africa, in Africa, and the world at the moment?
I can answer this question, but I should use Chinese. Then you translate it. 就是南非的20年和平，没有曼德拉是不可能的。
The artist thinks with the peace in the past 20 years, without Mandela, we cannot do it.
他过世以后，不管南非发生什么情况，都说明曼德拉的艰难。
And after he passed by, whatever happens in South Africa and shows the difficulty Mandela faces.
所以说，现在的情况，其实不仅是南非了，就全世界，其实都是，就是激进主义在威胁的。所以我是觉得，就曼德拉还是有它的现实意义。就是
So radicalism now is not existent in South Africa. Actually, it's not only existent in South Africa, actually, but also in the world. And to this extent, to painting the Mandela, especially the spirit of Mandela, has its true significance.
I think, as I said, the radicalism continues to threaten the globe. So we need Mandela too.
Yeah, I wanted to ask a little bit, what do you think art can do in spaces related to politics and history that maybe other mediums cannot?
Philosophical question.
So,
how can art contribute to our understanding of what is happening? Just say it again so I can translate again.
Yeah, just like how is art useful as a medium to understanding things like politics, history, just things like that.
you understand now? Why art? Why not just political speeches? Why not writing? How can art contribute to our understanding of things?
他是为什么用绘画来表达这种自己的意见？是的意思吧
Just why use this kind of ways, painting?
Yeah,
I mean,
how can art contribute? Yeah, how can we use paintings, statues to contribute?
他
to
就
understand.
为什么你怎么样能够用这些画把这个东西给表达出来？就怎么样通过你的画把这个给表达出来？
你就跟他讲，现在当代世界都是一个，就是连大的重要的书都是文图并茂，就是人们的视觉啊，就是阅读的方式已经是一种见图说话，就这样。
So the artist just want to express that the present world, it is a usual way for us to read something not only just by words, but also also with the pictures.
Yeah.
I don't know whether we are talking about the same problem. Yeah.
绘画是直觉的嘛，绘画是直觉的，它可以是说的人经过了以后就一定会直接冲击观众。
So just the picture, the paintings can just promote you to think something as long as you saw it.
就是 there are no enough photos for explain the history, so I have to create some 图像的 some
pictures.
不是 picture. I have to create some picture. I explain my idea. Yeah.
I think when you look at the painting, you'll see what is achieved here, because the painting is literally done in sequence from when Mandela was in Robben Island right through to his funeral. And I think, and I can only reflect for myself, it was like looking in a mirror. When you look at this and you see the whole history portrayed in one painting, for me it was literally like looking into a mirror. And I think it, as I said before, it challenges the viewer to reflect on their own experiences. And I think at this point in time, politicians and leaders can speak as much as they want to, but we've reached the point where, especially in South Africa, where we need to do some self-reflection. How do I contribute? How can I change? And not just always look at how other people can do this for me. And I think art challenges you to think about your own experiences. And when you look at the painting, we'll take you through the painting just now, you'll see what I mean about literally seeing the whole history unfold in front of you. For me, my favorite scene in that painting is Mandela sitting with children. Because for me, the message is we are building society for our children. And my grandfather used to say, children and horses are the best judges of human character. And if you look at how children responded to Mandela, he was truly a great man.